Hello, Bay Area, Houston. We are taking a look at the monthly market update. This is going to be for October. We're in the month of November. However, the statistics are coming from October. Just a real quick reminder of that. So looking at League City, the average sold price right now is $376,000. Month over month growth, actually a loss of just about 1%. Sale to list price 97.4%, and then the average days on market's 36. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good for the area right now and just the real estate market in general. Dickinson 290 is the average sold price. They're down month over month 10%, 11% almost month over month growth. So pretty stagnant inventory there. The sold to list price is 97.5, and the average days on market is slightly higher than League City, 41 days. Friendswood 449 is the average sold price there, 16% month over month increase. That's a good sign. Friendswood seems to really be up and down, where one month is down a lot, another month is up a lot. So this is actually great to see, another month over month increase. Sold to list is at 98.2%. It's good news again. Most homes, even though they're sitting on the market maybe longer, at 22 days on market average, they're still selling close to list price. That's good news too. If you notice across the board, 97% and above in this area is actually pretty good. Number one, that means agents are pricing homes to sell. Number two, they're priced well for the most part, and that's just the fact of the matter is they're sitting on the market a little bit longer just because lack of buyers or buyers willing to make a move right away on homes. This is more of a typical market versus the market that we were used to from basically 2020 to 2023, and where things were selling an hour. So this is more par for the course for a normal market. Pearland 373, the average sold price there, lost 1.32% month over month growth. Again, 97.1% sold to list. Like I said, good. That's actually pretty good. 35 average days on market. Again, sitting a little bit longer, 30 days plus. You put the house on the market, there's a good chance it's going to be anywhere from 30 to 60 days that it's going to sit before you end up getting it under contract. Again, closer to a normal market. Deer Park 287 average sold price. They're up 7%. That's good news there. And then 98% sold to list. Great. It's only 2% off of the list price. That's good news. Again, typically we're making a price reduction of about 3 to 5% if we're getting showings, 5 to 7% if we're not getting showings to get into that range. So 2% within list price is good. 39 average days on market. Looking at Porte, we're at 257 is the average sold price. Barely moving, less than 0.2%. That's very minimal month over month loss. Sold to list 97%. Again, like I said, that's pretty good. 28 days average on market. So Friendswood and Porte are your fastest moving markets right now. So with both of them under 30 days. Looking at Marbella and our neighborhood specifically, 1.8% year over year appreciation. Not bad. The median estimated value is 442, almost 443. There's certain parts of Marbella where that's great. That's a great average value, right? And then there's other parts of the neighborhood that are a little bit higher end, that are in like the 6s and 7s and higher even than that are on the water and then in the gated section and whatnot. So again, 442 is great in certain sections of that neighborhood. And if you're in a $700,000 home, you're not as excited to see that. But it is just based off of what the average sold is in that neighborhood right now. Tuscan Lakes, up 3% year over year. So values are continuing to rise in there, which is good news. 419K is the median estimated value in there. Again, there's a gated section in the middle of that neighborhood that, homes are closer to $1 million. But again, smaller parts. And then on the south side of Tuscan Lakes, also, 419 is actually a really good value for a median estimated value. Hidden Lakes up 2.2% year over year appreciation. This is one of our higher end neighborhoods in League City, especially on the east side. 519, 520 median estimated value. That's pretty good. This neighborhood is a little bit closer to that across the board. Only that last section that really has a higher end number back there, that all was part of kind of when that section was sold between Coventry and Empire. They increased the values of the homes, or really the finishes and whatnot in that last section to take advantage of that COVID market between 2020 and 2023, which is why those average numbers are higher. Victory Lakes, they're up 3.3% year over year. 537, 970. We just sold a home in there on Valencia for 705. You know, it's a great neighborhood. Again, sections of the neighborhood are a little bit on the lower end. However, you do have houses in the 700s plus in certain sections of that neighborhood. South Shore Harbour, up 3.6% year over year appreciation. That's good. That's great. As you can see, we're very close to $500,000 as the median estimated value in all these neighborhoods in East League City. So years ago, I'd say like 2018 or so, most of these numbers would have been in high twos to mid threes. So this is a really good appreciation over time, and this is great news really for all of East League City and what you're seeing in your values. Most places, most markets in the Houston area are pretty stagnant. They're either level or just below, maybe lost. I've seen as low as 5% value, but mostly we're at maybe a 5% loss up to 6-7% gains, just depending on the area that you're in. So overall, Houston Bay Area, very healthy market right now. For the most part, it's just slow, but overall very healthy, and I'm really excited for all the news that's coming and how that's going to affect the market. Just heard recently that the government shutdown is coming to an end, so that's going to help out a lot of folks get back in the market. Hopefully, presents and all the things that go along with the holidays. I know that those are starting to become concerns. I'm projecting, hoping, crossing my fingers that the start of the new year is going to be a great one for the real estate market. I know I like to be optimistic and at the same time a little cautious because I have been burned a few times hoping that things are going to turn around. However, I'm going to continue to be optimistic and hope that January, February is going to have a great start to the new year. And we'll see. We're going to look at, like I said, we had a pretty good month this month of November, so I'm excited to see what the statistics are for this month going into December, and then seeing how the year finishes out. Typically, December is a pretty big month for closings. Again, keep in mind, most of these houses are going under contract now and then closing in December 30 days later. So keep that in mind, and hopefully, like I said, we'll have good results in November and again December, and then improving even from January through February. Don't get too discouraged if January's numbers aren't fantastic, because again, like I said, we were talking about 30 days behind where these houses are actually going under contract, where the buyers got excited and made the decision to move forward. So anyways, guys, hope that things are going well for you. Happy holidays if I don't see you before Thanksgiving, and looking forward to getting you the updates for November. See you soon.